Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'll be talking about the perfumes I wish I'd kept. My perfume collection is large, so every few months I do like to go through my scents, look at them and think, what am I not wearing enough of and what do I think I won't wear again in the future? Because even though I am a collector, I really like the idea of the overall collection kind of representing what I actually want to wear. However, when time passes, and I find that hindsight is a wonderful thing, it is sometimes the case that my taste has changed, and I look back and really wish that I could get back one of those perfumes that I'd parted ways with. Also sometimes, it is true that the collector in me just wins, and I think I kind of liked that perfume enough that I want it back just to complete any kind of given mini collection. I would have rather kept it, had it in that collection, than lose it just because I wasn't wearing it enough. So that's happened a few times, and this video is all about those perfumes that I wish I could just have back now. Maybe in some cases they're quite expensive too, and I don't want to pay out that money all over again or have it come to me as a gift because of that feeling that I did have it once before. If I could have my way, these are the perfumes I wish I could bring back to my collection. The first perfume I'm going to talk about is Coco Madmoiselle by Chanel, and this one was launched in 2004 and it was just a love for me straight away. It had a kind of spicy, rich feel. The notes included patchouli, orange blossom. It smelled really good to me straight away and I loved how it smelled on warm skin. I would even say that for that year after, it was kind of my signature scent, certainly for the autumn-winter of 2004. I was wearing that fragrance a lot. The Chanel bottles look beautiful. I would love to have that one now for my displays and in my collection, and I think I would still wear it in winter. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I decided, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, to not keep it in my collection. I mean, what harm was that tiny bottle doing just being stored away here in my home? I really should have kept it because it's so beautiful and I think quite different to anything else as well. So Coco Madmoiselle is certainly a perfume I wish I could have back. The next perfume I want to talk about is Heiress by Paris Hilton, and I do feel a little bit of shame thinking about my buying habits with this perfume. I bought the 30ml after it was launched because I was really excited by the campaign. I had the previous 2 launches from Paris Hilton and it smelled good, so I added it to my collection. I then parted ways with it, only to 2 years later buy myself the big 100ml bottle. Fast forward a decade and I didn't have that bottle anymore. I'd long since had that bottle and I find myself wanting to buy it again. So basically Heiress sat in an online basket for the last 8 months and I have finally bought what is a really fun champagne peach perfume. Just basically a perfect Sarah scent that I should never have parted ways with. The bottle looks beautiful, it's really fun. A recommendation from me, I do love those Paris Hilton perfumes, so it is certainly a regret that it has taken me 3 purchases to finally have and hopefully keep Heiress in my collection. The next perfume I want to talk about is Angel Muse by Mugler, and I received this as a birthday present, so that makes me even more sad that I parted ways with it, and for no good reason really. I loved wearing that perfume in autumn. The bottle was cute and it has this really unusual hazelnut cocoa spread note. It smells yummy, rich, nutty. It's kind of light and heavy all at the same time, and it has become a little bit of a, well, like a kind of cult classic, loved, you know, kind of regretted, lost perfume in the community of fragrance lovers because of the fact it's so good and discontinued. So I really wish I hadn't parted ways with that one, and I think I might have a sample of it somewhere. So perhaps I need to scramble around and have a sniff and take myself back to when I had my full bottle. The next scent that I'm really missing is Nirvana Black from Elizabeth & James, and I really enjoy quite a few of the perfumes from that brand, so I will include the link to my review video below. I think Nirvana Black was my favourite, I really do enjoy Nirvana Bourbon as well, but Nirvana Black really was my perfect sandalwood scent, so strong, certainly unisex, and just a profile that I really liked for years. I do love a sandalwood note. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I parted ways with it. Maybe that it was a bit too strong for daily wear. I think that thought crossed my mind, but even talking about it, I can kind of remember what it smells like. The closest I've come to replacing that in my collection is Kayali's The Wedding Velvet Santal. That is a really great sandalwood perfume, which does have me reminded of my Nirvana Black. I will keep an eye out on reselling sites and hope that one day I can re-add it back to my collection for what is hopefully a reasonable price. The next perfume I want to talk about is Still by Jennifer Lopez. And with this scent, it is definitely the collector in me wanting to have it back in my collection. It isn't really a typical scent profile that I like. It's tea, lots of flowers and some pepper. But it really reminds me of when I first bought it and had it in my collection. It kind of smells like a cold weather scent, and I think that nostalgia would have me feeling quite comforted, and I just really should have kept it. I do enjoy the JLo perfumes, and I still have quite a few, and just having that as part of my collection to sniff occasionally would be good enough for me, even if I didn't necessarily wear it. It's one of those perfumes, and I don't know if you know this feeling, that I keep putting in online baskets, keep wondering about, but don't quite bring myself to have back. So, hindsight is a wonderful thing. As I said before, I should have just kept Still in my collection. The next perfume is Glam Princess by Vera Wang, and I really enjoyed wearing this perfume the summer that I received it. It has so many yummy notes that I would absolutely go for in a new launch now, including honey, guava, marshmallow and vanilla. The bottle was really pretty. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Perhaps that I'd worn it enough already, that I didn't think I'd wear it again, but my heart aches a little bit at the thought of Glam Princess. It would be so perfect in my collection now. That was a decent bottle that I owned too. I think it was the 100ml, and it was juicy, sweet, summery and fun, and I definitely shouldn't have parted ways with it. The other Chanel perfume that I've owned is Coco, and I loved wearing that and having it in my collection. It is a fiery, intense, a spicy amber scent that also has coriander and clove notes, and I love to wear it. I loved feeling kind of bold and confident, and that kind of 80s fiery vibe it had to it as well. It's amazing. It needed like 1 or 2 sprays. It is one of very few scents that I didn't spray much of. I loved it, and I just feel like it is never a good idea to part ways with something from Chanel, but I did, and I regret it. I really wish I could have Coco Chanel back in my collection. I also regret parting ways with Viva La Juicy Sucré by Juicy Couture. I bought this perfume when it was first launched, and the bottle looked amazing, but I think I was just kind of smelling something quite similar to the original Viva La Juicy, but lighter. I wasn't really getting enough from it, and that was just true at the time. But what has happened since is that I've read some really great reviews of this scent, and now I need it back. It had whipped cream in its notes, almond cream, peach, just such yummy sounding notes that really make me want to retest it and give it another chance. So that is a huge regret for me, because I love my Juicy Couture collection as well. Just to have it and be part of the collection looking pretty would be enough now, but not least, I want to try it again for that peach. The next perfume that I'm going to talk about is Island Fantasy by Britney Spears. It is a really juicy, fun, summery scent that has a watermelon note, but also sugar cane. So you get your fruitiness, but with a twist of that sugar, and it's addictive and good and will have you thinking of holidays. Well, I did take my first bottle on holiday, and I kept spraying it, but I just wasn't really getting enough from it. It didn't feel strong enough, and so I basically gave my bottle away to somebody I met. A nice thing to do, and I hope that meant something in their life, but I absolutely should have kept hold of that scent, because years later, I repurchased it. I'm glad I was able to and have it back, but I certainly regret that I went those few years without it, because I didn't really give it long enough. I just kind of took it away. It didn't quite work for me, and you know, years have passed. I now would try different things, maybe layer the scent. I would probably just spray a lot more than I did then as well to make the most of it. But that is my final regret for today. Britney Spears, Island Fantasy, I wish I had kept. Thank you so much for watching, and I would really love to know if you tried or liked any of the perfumes that I've talked about. Please do also let me know if you ever clear out your perfume collection and whether or not you go on to regret what you've done, or if maybe your judgment's a bit more better and it ends up being the right choice. Please do give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. You can find me over on Instagram, TikTok and my blog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.